So here's a couple for you. Okay, so I recently moved because I felt I needed a change in my life. Not to mention my old neighborhood was getting pretty rough. So I decided to get a new house in an upper-class neighborhood. As you know, houses with a bigger price range usually have nicer backyards, and at the time I wanted a shed or something in my backyard to keep all of my art supplies since it was a hobby of mine. Not only did my new house have a shed, it also had a small sort of forest in the back. My first instinct was to explore it. I've always loved nature and thought I could maybe get some inspiration for my art. So I opened my backyard gate and started into the woods. It was nice and calming, although it was kind of hard to walk because sticks were overlapping the grass. The place always looked so pretty in the daytime, but I can really say the same for the night. Not at all. I have a dog who I usually walk right before I go to bed, so I would take her in the backyard and play and try and tire herself out before going to bed. My backyard was nice, but it had a lot of trees. Except for this one part in the middle of my backyard, there was a gap where no trees would grow and all you could see is the pitch black forest. It always made me feel a bit uneasy, particularly one night. My dog was barking so bad even though I took her out 2 minutes ago. So to keep her quiet, I took her out again. For some reason, that little gap was her favorite place to be as soon as we got outside. So she dragged me over there, but this time she didn't seem happy. She kept barking in the direction of the gap that led to the woods, and her barks kept getting louder and louder. My dog is pretty big too, so it was quite hard to get her to come back inside once she started barking. But she was well trained and would usually listen to me. At this point, my curiosity started to get the better of me, and I tried to focus my eyes really hard to maybe make an image of what my dog was so angry at. Maybe it was a squirrel, I thought to myself. But for 1 second, I thought I could make out a figure or something looking directly at me. Me being me, I don't really get scared easily, and if there was something in my backyard, I was determined to find out, so I yelled, "Why are you hiding?" With no reply, my dog stopped barking, and that was a little unsettling to me. The worst part is now every time I walk my dog, she goes into that exact spot and barks. She will only stop when I acknowledge something is there. I keep an axe in my shed now, although I don't know if that really benefits me. What should I do? And for story number 2. First things first, I have been known to have many experiences with the paranormal. My entire family has actually, although with each generation it's said to get stronger and stronger. This was confirmed through my father, who has seen and essentially helped me and my sisters through all of it. So back in 2016, I was a young sailor in the Navy stationed in Yokosuka, Japan. I just recently made E4 and I decided to move in with one of my best friends. We had a beautiful 2-bedroom, 1 living room, 1 dining room, and 1 kitchen apartment in a town called Uraga, Yokosuka, Japan. Aside from the awesome view of Chiba Bay and the marina directly near our place, there was also this really effing creepy shrine right across the street. I do not remember hearing or seeing much wildlife around the shrine, and it would give off really creepy vibes. There was a night I recall coming back pretty plastered, and I got a little too close to the shrine. Every instinct in my body was going off like fire alarms, and I could hear my great-grandfather, who passed the year prior, scream, "Get away!" I do try to find logic in this, but there was none. Even during my experiences, I try to find the most logical reason possible for this, but I had none for this one. Days went by and I was home alone, as my roommate was on a trip. It was a normal day like any other. I went to get cat food and booze, weird combo. Pick up my uniforms and get some curry, still weird combo. Yes, an easy, productive day. That was until sunset. Around that time, I just finished making my second drink while watching TV. Suddenly, every hair on my body stood up and I instinctively went into fight mode. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw something move. I turned to see my cat staring at the hallway going towards the entrance. Just then, I saw a girl in a spotted white dress walking toward my door. She looked to be in her 20s. I chased her down, knife in hand and salt in the other. As soon as I got to the door, she was gone. That night, I salted every entrance and exit inside and outside my house, all while reciting a prayer in Tsalagi. My aunt taught me. She hadn't come back. Weeks go by, and I still haven't seen or felt any activity. That is until I invited one of my close friends over to play some games. As soon as he got here, I buzzed him in, and then he calls to me, "Yo, who's that girl at your door?" "What girl?" "Some Japanese chick. She's sitting there like she's waiting." "Huh?" "Wait, what's she wearing?" "A white dress with spots." "Do not come any closer. Go around. Back now. But go around the fucking back." Afterwards, I explained everything to him, and he stayed over that night. I have had people say they've seen her outside my door until I moved, and yet my experience in the next house was even worse.